In your book, you say, what I have today should be special for me. Yet, over the years, being a speaker myself, I've realized most people feel that is not enough.
कि संबंध बनाने से नहीं निभाने से चलते हैं.
Okay, hi everyone. You are on the Bobby Duza show, and I am so delighted today to have a conversation with somebody who's actually been a mentor to me in a way. He doesn't know, but to me, he's been a mentor. I've learned a lot from him just looking at his content. But to introduce him formally, Mr. Suresh Semwal is the author of the book called Jo Bhi Mere Paas Hai, Mere Liye Khas Hai. He's an internationally acclaimed speaker, motivational speaker, leadership coach. He's impacted 6 lakhs people plus across multiple countries with more than 25 years of experience. Some of the best thing that I really admire about him, number one, is he simplifies powerful ideas into practical insights. He brings humor in a way that connects to people. He's got number of books that he's written. He also coaches. In fact, he's a certified coach to help individuals and leaders unlock their potential. Suresh ji, such a pleasure meeting with you and connecting with you today. आप कैसे हैं?
Thank you, Bobby. मैं बहुत अच्छा हूँ, and thank you for this wonderful introduction. Thank you for this invitation.
It is such a pleasure. So, digging directly into a recent book, I was looking at one of the reels and I saw your book on it. And, Jo Bhi Mere Paas Hai, Mere Liye Khas Hai. This is my first question to you. In your book, you say, what I have today should be special for me. Yet, over the years, being a speaker myself, I've realized most people feel that is not enough. For you, when was that time when that transformation happened in you, when you realized कि जो मेरे पास है मेरे लिए खास?
Thank you very much for asking such an intelligent question. First of all, this translation in English for जो भी मेरे पास है मेरे लिए खास है, at times may not be able to communicate the exact meaning what I intend to say. In Hindi, जो भी मेरे पास है मेरे लिए खास है, what it means is that whatever I have is important to me, मेरे लिए खास है. Whatever I have is important to me. It may not be important to others. It may not be perfect, but it is important for me because right now this is what I have.
Correct.
The problem with us is whatever we have, we take it for granted. Whatever we have, we find faults in it.
Correct.
Whatever we have, of course, has a lot of areas of improvement.
Correct.
But the problem with this philosophy is, other than the people around you, the other people that you see, but you see them from the outside. You do not know them from inside. However, people who are close to you, you happen to know them inside as well as outside.
Correct.
तो जैसे कि मेरे भी एक मेंटोर अच्छी तरह से कहा करते थे कि जब आप किसी कंपनी में काम कर रहे होते हैं ना, तो यू आर इन द गट ऑफ द कंपनी. अब आप देखिए, हम लोग बाहर से देखने पे आप भी बड़े सुंदर दिखते हैं, मैं भी ठीक ठाक दिखता हूँ बाहर से देखने में. लेकिन अगर आपके कोई दोस्त डॉक्टर हैं, मेडिकल प्रोफेशन में हैं, जिन्होंने बॉडी को अंदर से देखा है, ट्रस्ट मी, नॉट अ वेरी प्लेजेंट सीनरी इनसाइड. ओके, सो व्हेन यू आर working with a company, when you are with a person for a long time, the challenge is you get inside. And when you get inside, so then somehow, you don't like the scenery.
Correct.
But what you and I need to understand is, जहाँ भी जाओगे inside में, you will find some area of improvement, some imperfection, some deficiency. क्योंकि ऐसा कभी भी नहीं होगा that you will get a perfect person around you. However, you may get a perfect person for you. That person may not be perfect. So that's why this book, जो भी मेरे पास है मेरे लिए खास है, what I intend to say is, anybody who's around us deserves to be respected. This is the least we should do for people around us. Rest everything else can be discussed, debated, but If any human relationship is not based on mutual respect, whether that is with my son, whether that is with my father, whether that is with my partner, my co-workers, my participants, I need to start the relationship with this respect for each other.
Correct.
And then other things can be built upon.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for sharing. And so true, in fact, I actually wrote down after hearing you, आपने ये कहा कि, when we get inside, the muckiness shows up, the reality shows up, or one aspect of reality. So, in fact, I said, when we get close to someone, we get inside and inside.
Absolutely right. तो आपके लिए एक लाइन और बताता हूँ, आप यूज कीजिएगा.
बिल्कुल.
Unfortunately, what nowadays I see, people who are close to us, we are very closed with them. Is it not ironical? Because people are still, even with the people with whom they are very close, they are still closed with them. Very superficial relationships nowadays I see between people.
Correct. So,
and it's a very unfortunate thing.
Correct. So what you're basically saying is that people tend to be more closed to the people who are actually close to them, but more open to people who are actually outside.
Yes, because they don't know you. Because they don't know you, so you can show them all the brighter side of yours. And because you're spending less time with them, it's easier to maintain your brighter side.
I completely.
With others, it becomes difficult with passage of time.
Bilkul. Just a question of, an interesting question I was just thinking when you were sharing. You said, everybody deserves respect. But what if there is a frame of mind wherein it says that, you got to deserve by your actions, only then someone will respect you? What do you think about that?
Actually, I'm sure you have also visited abroad. Me too. ये ना हमारे इंडिया का कॉन्सेप्ट है कि इज्जत पाने के लिए पहले आपको कुछ होना बड़ा जरूरी है.
करेक्ट.
हमारे यहाँ आपने देखा नहीं है, एक दूसरे से पहले पूछते हैं कि आप क्या करते हो. क्यों पूछते हैं? क्योंकि ताकि मैं अंदाजा लगा सकूं कि आपको कितनी इज्जत देनी है. तो अगर तो आपके पास कोई फैंसी टाइटल है, कोई फैंसी पोजीशन है, तब तो यू डिजर्व माय रिस्पेक्ट. अगर अभी आपके पास ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, व्हाई शुड आई बी रिस्पेक्टफुल टू यू, व्हाई शुड आई बी कर्टियस टू यू. तो ये ना एक बेसिक फ्रेमवर्क अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारे देश में मैं देखता हूँ अभी है. लेकिन आप और मैं अगर थोड़े से भी किसी भी डेवलप्ड नेशन में घूम कर आए हैं तो आपने देखा होगा, यू डोंट नीड टू डू एनीथिंग एक्स्ट्रा टू बी रिस्पेक्टेड. You just maintain a respectful behavior, you are treated with respect. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल जब मैं पहली बार यूके गया तो वहां हमने देखा साहब अभी भी कई रूट्स पे डबल डेकर बस चलती है. तो वहां पर बड़ा सिंपल सिस्टम है कि आप ऊपर के डेक पर बैठे हैं और आपका स्टेशन आने वाला है, तो ऊपर ही एक बटन होता है, आप वो प्रेस कर दो तो ड्राइवर के पास सिग्नल चला जाता है. तो जब तक अब आप नीचे उतरोगे नहीं, ड्राइवर अपनी वो बस चलाएगा नहीं स्टैंड से आगे. लेकिन अब इंडिया में तो आपको पता है अब ये सब सिस्टम है नहीं. यहाँ तो आपको आपके साथ कुछ भी हो सकता है. और वहां पर वो बस को इतना टिल्ट करते हैं टुवर्ड्स फुटपाथ कि आपको बस से उतरते हुए किसी तरह की इनकन्वीनियंस ना हो. अब ये इतनी इज्जत उसको दे रहे हैं जो लोकल बस में सफर कर रहा है.
करेक्ट.
राइट. आपके घर में अगर कुत्ता है तो वो भौंकना नहीं चाहिए रात को, ताकि पड़ोसी की नींद डिस्टर्ब ना हो. वो इन छोटी छोटी चीजों का ध्यान रखते हैं. सो वहां पर टू बी रिस्पेक्टेड यू डोंट नीड टू बी एक्स्ट्रा. बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली एज ऑफ टुडे इन इंडिया इफ यू वांट टू बी रिस्पेक्टेड तो लोग कहते हैं पहले आपको कुछ होना बड़ा जरूरी है. देखिए सामने वाला एक इंसान है. आई थिंक दिस इज सफिशिएंट क्वालिफिकेशन टू बी रिस्पेक्टेड. हाउएवर अभी मैं इतना मैच्योर नहीं हुआ कि मैं ये कहूं कि आप सबकी इज्जत करते रहें चाहे वो आपका कुछ भी करते रहें. वो मैं नहीं कहता हूं. मेरा बड़ा सिंपल प्रॉमिस है, आई वुड बिगिन एनी रिलेशनशिप विद रिस्पेक्ट until and unless it is violated or it is misused. और देखिए फिर आई एम बॉर्न एंड ब्रॉट अप इन दिल्ली. अगर कोई हमारी दी हुई इज्जत का मिसयूज करता है तो हमें कुछ सीखने की जरूरत नहीं है उसके साथ क्या करना है, वो हमारी रग रग में ऑलरेडी है. लेकिन जब तक कोई आदमी डिसरिस्पेक्टफुल कोई काम नहीं करता है, आई थिंक एवरी ह्यूमन बीइंग डिजर्व्स टू बी रिस्पेक्टेड.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. In fact, my second question is, your book focuses mainly on relationship. In fact, we just spoke about relationship. What is like one common pattern you see people repeating consistently that quietly damages connections, relationship? Example, nagging, criticism. These are just two things that I see, but there could be many more. What do you think about that?
The pattern that people are repeating, including me, of course, I am also repeating certain patterns. आपके और मेरे अंदर जो खुद की जो कुछ कमियां होती है ना, वही जब हमें सामने वाले में दिखती हैं, वो ज्यादा इरिटेट करती है.
I'm just going to think.
वो इसलिए ज्यादा इरिटेट करती है.
When you said that, मैं ये सोच रहा हूँ कि इन्होंने क्या कहा, मुझे लिखना पड़ेगा. Can you please repeat that for me one more time?
The deficiencies or the shortcomings or the weaknesses that I carry, if I find the same challenges in the other person, they irritate me more. Why? I am suffering my own inadequacies. I am suffering my own shortcomings. So I was expecting that a person around me will help me to compensate for those.
Correct.
But if I see the same traits in the other person, that irritates me more. And as a result, I shout at that person more, I nag that person more, I taunt that person more, I give feedback that person more. Why? Because I feel helpless on working on myself. तो ये भी एक कारण है. This is one pattern that I see. जैसे एक सुस्त आदमी अपने आसपास चुस्त लोग चाहता है, बट गेस व्हाट, सुस्त आदमी को जनरली सुस्त दूसरा उससे भी बड़ा सुस्त मिल जाता है, और फिर उस सुस्त आदमी को देख के बड़ा गुस्सा आता है कि यार फिर फायदा क्या हुआ, जब मैं सुस्त हूँ तू भी सुस्त है. तो मैं अपने आसपास चुस्त आदमी क्यों चाहता हूँ? ताकि मैं सुस्त बना रह सकूं, राइट? या अभी मजबूरी में मुझे चुस्त बना रहना पड़ता है. बेसिकली मैं सुस्त आदमी हूँ, लेकिन क्योंकि मेरे आसपास मुझसे भी ज्यादा सुस्त हैं, तो फिर मुझे चुस्त रहना पड़ता है, एंड आई डोंट एंजॉय दैट.
Correct.
So फिर I keep nagging, pushing and hurting people around me. So that is one thing that I see. Number two, the pattern in relationship, why we are suffering relationships. I think you and I somewhere, it's a psychological fact that we feel incomplete. We always need to become more to feel complete. You know, whatever our designation, position, possession, it is unfortunately always a feeling that I am still not enough. And when I am not feeling enough, that will reflect in my day-to-day conversation, communication, my interactions with others as well. However, giving feedback to other people is the most easy thing to do. But working on yourself is the hardest part. So people choose to do the easy thing, blame it on people around, keep changing people around you, rather than working on yourself too. So I see this pattern. People are not feeling enough themselves. They feel that people around them are going to multiply or compensate or add value, which I'm missing. And guess what? Generally they don't. And then the vicious circle starts of nagging, blaming, complaining, criticizing. जब से तू मेरी जिंदगी में आया है, and then so on and so forth.
Correct. You know, तो आपने दो specific चीज बताया. एक, for example, one of the things that you said is people feel a sense of helplessness because this is how I am. If somebody around me also is like me or even worse than me, then basically, you know, I needed help, but you know, now I am basically supporting him. I'm becoming a support system. And the second thing that you said, basically, and the second thing you wonderfully said is basically, it is so easy to blame someone else or basically give someone else feedback, wherein literally you can make the change in yourself. That's the tough part. What do you think is the solution when somebody feels a sense of helplessness? वो बदलना नहीं चाहता और उसके अगल बगल में भी लोग हैं जो शायद उस लेवल का सपोर्ट उनको नहीं कर पा रहे. What do you think is, you know, one suggestion that you have that might work?
Frankly, I don't have a suggestion, but I can tell you what I have been experiencing or going through. Now that I have seen more than 5 decades on this planet, I've been into relationships, many relationships, personal, professional. So what I am seeing is, I'm very impressed by one thing which Dr. B.M. Hegde said. Dr. B.M. Hegde says that the sign of a healthy person are two. Because the WHO says that anybody who's disease-free is healthy. But Dr. B.M. Hegde says by this definition, you will rarely find a healthy person, because there are so many tests available that if you actually make any human being go through all those tests, it's very rare that the person will not be sick for one thing or the other.
Yeah.
So he says, and by the way, I'm sure you know him already, Dr. B.M. Hegde, who's a 2-time Padma awardee.
Correct.
So he gives a wonderful definition of health. He says, number 1, if you feel excitement in the morning for the day, you are a healthy person. And number 2, if you feel compassion for others, that's a sign of health. Nowadays, we talk a lot about passion. Passion is important. People need to be passionate.
Yes.
Passion is very intense energy. And if I may say, it's also a ruthless energy. My way or highway, by hook or by crook, Sam, Dam, Dand, Ved, right? So that's passion for you. I'm not saying passion is bad. However, compassion is a greater quality which only human beings are capable to practice. I'm sure you already understand, the human being, our body is a collection of 130 trillion cells. And by naturally, every cell is designed for own survival, right? Our own survival. So when these 130 trillion cells are beating every second for own survival, and then a human being practices compassion, it means this person has evolved. It means the real evolution towards human being has already started taking place. So if you and I have compassion, only then relationships can be cultivated.
Wow.
Only then I will judge less and understand more. Unfortunately, nowadays people understand less and judge more.
Yeah.
जैसे मैं अगर आपसे भी पूछूं, I'm sure Bobby, you must have made a lot of mistakes in your life.
Of course.
हाँ, लेकिन I'm sure आपसे गलतियां हुई होंगी, आपने की नहीं होंगी, है ना? लेकिन दूसरे लोग गलतियां करते हैं, उनसे होती नहीं है, वो करते हैं, हमसे होती हैं. जैसे I am never late, I am delayed. Yes. But the other person is late, right? तो आप और हम क्या हैं, क्योंकि हम बड़े इंटेलिजेंट लोग हैं, तो हम अपने को बचाव बहुत अच्छा करते हैं, क्योंकि वो 130 ट्रिलियन सेल्स की डिजाइनिंग है ना. So my simple advice, जो भी मेरे पास है खास है, मैं वो ये है, understand more, judge less. अच्छा, एक चीज आपने देखी है, जिस चीज को हम understand less करते हैं, उसको judge more करते हैं. मतलब जिसके बारे में जितना कम पता है, उसके बारे में ज्यादा जजमेंट है. करेक्ट. जैसे हर आदमी बातचीत करते हुए ऐसे बात करता है कि मोदी ने ये सोच के किया है, राहुल गांधी आजकल ये सोच रहा है, जबकि मेरे ख्याल से मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पीपल हु टॉक अबाउट दीज पॉलिटिशियंस हैव नेवर मेट दीज पॉलिटिशियंस. So true. Because they don't understand them, they have absolute clarity about them. Right? Anything you don't understand, you judge more. Is it not very ironical? Absolutely. In fact, there's one thing that you shared which, is the message that I also give, and I found it really, really helpful, is basically when you are actually more compassionate, with someone else, whether it's your partner, whether it's your family, whether it's your child, whether it's your colleague, whether it's somebody you're traveling in the car, bus, in the traffic, when you're more compassionate with someone else, you judge less. And it's so true, right? When you really understand someone, and there is a need for pause, right? Before that stimulation of कि मैं फटाक से conclusion कर लूं, there is a need to just hold your horses and say कि रुक जा. There could be another part of the coin which I can't see right now. Correct? Absolutely right. There is just one more thing I would like to clarify. Sure. Compassion is not something that you can cultivate. Compassion is a consequence of your actual evolution. Otherwise, you will be pretending compassion. And in fact, you will be practicing arrogance actually. Compassion is not something that you can acquire. Compassion is an outcome of your growth. So once you actually mature, you actually grow, you actually realize certain things, compassion is a byproduct. It happens. It just happens. You can't stop it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for sharing. One thing, this is basically a fan's question to you, but I think it will also help so many other people who are watching this content. Every time I've seen your content online, one is your humor, feels very, very natural. In fact, even when you were sharing those stories, the examples of delayed time and stuff like that, it feels very natural. Was that always a part of you, or is that something that you cultivated? And is there a suggestion of, if somebody wants to improve that?
Frankly, I don't have the right answer for this because I really don't know how it has happened. It has just happened. Somehow, from the childhood, I was always fascinated by speakers who were able to bring a smile on people's face. Having said that, I don't like comedians. I don't like comedy. I like humor. I have always loved humor. But somehow I have never been able to appreciate comedy. I won't take the names of certain, people or shows. I cannot watch them. I cannot listen to them. Somehow I get triggered in a very different way. However, humor has always clicked with me. Always. And the differentiation that I see is the purpose of humor is not to offend anyone. The purpose of humor is not to make people laugh. The purpose of humor is sending a sensible message in an easy way, in a non-threatening way, where people can relate, where people can see themselves in that situation. That's called humor. जैसे मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. जैसे मैं सेशन में कई बार कहता हूँ कि भाई मैंने एक सवाल पूछा एक प्रोग्राम में कि आप क्यों जी रहे हैं. तो कई लोग कहते हैं और क्या करें, मर जाएं. अब ये जो स्माइल फिर लोगों के चेहरे पर आती है ये आंसर सुन के, तो अब लोग ना अपने आप को देख पाते हैं सिचुएशन में कि बात सही है. मतलब लोगों का पर्पस है कहाँ, कि मतलब क्यों जी रहे हैं, उठे मरे नहीं थे तो आ गए, राइट. So the point here is to send a message that what is your purpose of life, and what kind of a life is there without purpose. तो उस मैसेज को नॉन थ्रेटनिंग तरीके से, नॉन ऑफेंसिव तरीके से भेजने के लिए humor helps you to land the serious point in a very receptive way. So because I have always liked those speakers, so I was very fascinated by them. Like for example, in politicians, I used to like Pramod Mahajan. I have heard many speeches of him. Pramod Mahajan, Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So these people will talk. And even their opponents used to listen to them despite of the party, right? So I have always admired this quality in others. And I guess because I kept listening to this and then I read certain fellows whose style was again very humorous, but very sensible. So maybe that is how I imbibed this in me. And so generally I recommend to people that if you really want to cultivate this, listen to these kind of speakers, that how they use these kind of, how they use the humor to send the message across.
Correct.
Get away from it.
Yeah. One powerful insight and apply it back to their life immediately after this conversation. What is that one lesson from your new book that you like to share with people? So, one lesson.
So the lesson from my book is printed on the cover page of this book. कि संबंध बनाने से नहीं, निभाने से चलते हैं. Every relationship needs to be maintained.
Correct.
Not just made, but it needs to be maintained. अगर आपकी शादी ऐश्वर्या राय से भी हो जाए ना, even that relationship needs to be maintained. अपने आप ठीक नहीं चलेगी.
Well said.
Every relationship needs to be maintained, whether it is father and son, whether it is husband wife, it is brother sister. Every relationship, employer, boss subordinate, every relationship needs maintenance. So you need to constantly pay attention to maintain these relationships with respect.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for sharing, Sureshji. A lot of interesting content in the short conversation that we had, but it is such a pleasure having you on the show. In case somebody wants to buy the book or they want to connect you for a keynote or basically, just to connect with you for your book or anything else, where do they find your book and your sources, your info?
So my company name is Possiblers. So if they type Possiblers on the website, they will get to see about our services, our products, our books as well. Or otherwise, you simply write the name Suresh Mohan Semwal on the Google or Chat GPT.
नाम
You
तो
will
सुना
get the
होगा.
connection where to contact.
Yes. बिल्कुल, नाम तो सुना ही
अब
होगा.
आजकल तो सबका सुना होता है, तो अब हमारा भी सुना.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for your valuable time, Sureshji, and look forward to connecting again. Thank you.
Pleasure, Bobby. Thank you. Thanks for the invitation. Namaste.